Hi. First of all, it's my birthday today. Okay, I'm not a photographer, that's obvious. But I do have a heart and a soul and a mind and a body, which we all have. And my master, the Lubavitcher Rebbe, speaks about this Shabbos as being one of the most important Shabboses of the year. The whole world comes to the point of Yom Shekulei Shabbos u'Menucha l'Chayei Olamim, the infinite Shabbos. Now, what is Shabbos? When God made the world, he said, what a beautiful world, amazing. It's good to look at what you've done and be able to assess it. But it's missing one thing, and that one thing, I guarantee you, is the one thing that's missing in your life. It's called serenity, tranquility. The sense that everything I'm going through, whoa, talk about photography. The sense that everything that I'm going through is actually what I'm meant to be going through. The sense that I am whole, the sense that I am complete, the sense that I am perfect, the sense that the world is whole, the world is complete, and the world is perfect. Now, why do we not feel that? Because we have the news. It's telling us everything that's wrong. But when you look at the facts, the world has never had more peace. It has never had more prosperity. It has never had more health. It has never had more spirituality. And so, sure, you can look outside and say it's dark because it's never fully light. But when you compare the day to the night and you say it's dark, well, it's because you're looking at darkness. We have to look at reality relative to reality. You can't look at something, a friend of mine once said, if a bird comes and poos on the Mona Lisa, everybody would say, oh my gosh, look at the poo. Meanwhile, look at the Mona Lisa. Let us look at what we do have, the gifts of democracy, the gifts of the Lubavitcher Rebbe, of tremendous spirituality and wisdom that never came into the world before, the ability that Moshiach is literally here. We can access divinity. 62% of the world believe they have a personal relationship with God. We are in the most extraordinarily gifted time in human history. And we can look at that world and just look at the poo. Look at the poo. Look at the poo. Poo, 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 poo. Because all we're consuming is the media that gives us fear and tells us what's wrong. I was once on a plane from Africa, and I was sitting there was an elderly black gentleman, not that matters, next to a younger black guy, and they were having a conversation I overheard, and the young man is like, you can see like typical young people today, like all depressed about the world. He says, that's because you look at the media. I look at the media of the whole world. Everywhere in the West is bad. In China, it's always good. What's the message? What are you hearing? What are you engaging with? I have a dear friend, David Pack, and we were just discussing this. The idea is, you know what is the Yetzer Hara, the Satan, the evil in this world? It's called distraction. It's called not being aligned to the bigger picture. Everything in life is just a story. It's a narrative. Is the story that you have in your head a positive one? So what is the real story of reality? The real story of reality is, in the beginning, God loves. And that's why we exist. And because he loves, he creates the darkness so we could not choose it and choose the light. And there are literally hundreds of millions of people that are enjoying life because they are in a relationship with God, a relationship with the Bible, a relationship with truth, a relationship with themselves, a relationship with growth. And that feeds them a happy life. Or there are other millions of perhaps billions of people, they're in a relationship with the media. And what do they get? What's wrong here? What's wrong there? What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? Of course, what are you going to end up with? You're going to end up with sadness and misery. I mean, studies are showing that the media makes anxiety and depression. So I'm asking you a question. If I have an app and I say, if you download and watch this app 10 times a day, you will get anxiety and depression. Will you do it? Of course not. So the answer to life is quite simply, let us engage in life. Let us engage in the Torah. Let us engage in God. Let us engage in love. Let us engage in the parts of life that are lovely, that are beautiful. And of course, it's not to ignore the evil in the world, but if you can't do anything about it, that wasn't your mission. Your mission is the things that you can do something about. Because if all you're going to do is the rest of your life look at what's wrong and be part of the misery and add to the resentment in the world, you've just literally blown it. But if you're going to choose right now, and may God give us the power to shut off the evil, to turn on the goodness, turn on gratitude, turn on all the things that are wonderful and precious in this world, and see them and thank God for them and engage with them and help them grow. If you're going to do that, the first thing of man was to be a gardener. He was placed in a beautiful world, and God said, make it better, work hard, make it even nicer. And yes, there is some evil you've got to deal with, but that's not the main mission. The main mission in life is not dealing with evil. As Reb Nachum Mendel of Kotz said, what's the difference between a lover of truth and a hater of falsehood? The lover of truth doesn't rest until he sees the truth. The lover of love finds love. The hater of falsehood will find what's wrong. So it's a very nuanced thing in life. Don't be a person that's negative. Be a person that is positive. Your foundation in life must be love. Einstein wrote a letter. He said it should be revealed 20 years after he passed. He says the only thing that's going to heal the world is love. So I want to say I love you. You're lovable. Billions of people love you. People that still have love in their heart. They have love for themselves and they have love for everyone. Now, it's true you've been insulted by somebody that didn't love themselves because they were made to think that they were bad and they were jealous that you thought you were good. Don't let them control your life anymore. Let truth and goodness and love control your life. Thank you so much.